Welcome to Watch, Review, Repeat. This is the podcast where two best friends discuss the latest in film and television and then do it all over again the following episode. My name is Colton Brown, and joining me, Mr. Andrew Meadows. Oh, shit. Is that Santa Claus?
Nah, it's just me. No.
Oh, okay. Who's that with you? Is that Mrs. Claus that I see?
There's Mrs. Claus over there.
Hello.
Mrs. Sarah Meadows
Mrs. Sarah
is with
Meadows
us.
Yep.
in the flesh.
As my sweatshirt would say, Mrs. Meadows.
And
Who's that with you?
I think it's Anna Mattis.
You were trying to find a way to say Mrs. Anna Mattis. And that's Ms. Yes.
There we go.
Someone did ask me, they were addressing Christmas cards yesterday, and they asked me if I was changing my name. I said, nope.
Putting your foot down.
Correct.
No way. That's okay. We're still married, though, legally. We have the documentation that proves it.
Now.
It did come in.
Thought we weren't for a second, but we got it. We're good.
Excellent.
Everything's legit. Yeah, so this is a fun Christmas kind of episode that we're doing here, and so it only felt appropriate to have our significant others joining the crew. Obviously, we've had Anna on quite recently. In fact, our last
Was it really?
monstrosity of an episode.
It's Andrew's fault.
Well, I should say our last episode that we recorded, not actually the last episode in sequence. We finally had an opportunity to put out our 7 Decades of Horror bonus episode up as a regular episode, so that is now out there for the masses to listen to. But the last episode that we recorded is the one that we recorded twice, the House of the Dragon and Lord of the Rings double episode, which was lengthy,
I fell asleep
shall we
right
say.
there. Yeah. Fell asleep
That's
the
right.
first time we
That's
tried
right.
to record.
Now it's
In a
covered by the
way-
camera, so
in
we'll
a
know.
way-
We'll know if you fall asleep. Also, Sarah will probably tell us.
In a way, Sarah really was there for that episode.
That's
Sure
true.
was.
Because we had to text her and be like,
I
he
don't.
good?
Well, she didn't make the final cut, the one that the version
where
that the
we
people
talked.
listen to. But yeah, we will not be here for 4 hours. Knock on wood, because we're trying to keep things lighter here, trying to scale things back a little bit. And so what we're doing is we're going to cover the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, and we're going to talk about other Christmas favorites, films, whatever. And just kind of celebrate Christmas on this episode, because as long as this podcast has been in existence, which is now 5+ years, I don't think we've had an occasion where we've actually specifically celebrated Christmas and Christmas movies and such. So now feels like a really, really good time to do that. So we're going to treat it sort of like a bonus episode, and that we'll kind of get right into things. We're going to skip the news this time, and then we'll kind of see where it takes us. So although it is a regular episode, I do want to offer it up. Is there a fun fact, Andrew, that you have for Guardians by any chance?
There is.
I didn't ask you for one. Okay. All right. Perfect. You came prepared. All right. Tell the listeners. What do you have?
So, let me see if I do still have it up. Excellent. So there is a sequence in the Christmas special, Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Jesus.
what are you drinking?
I said something about rum before we started
A
A
recording.
very
Right.
strong drink.
Take it away, Sarah. Take it from
I think
him.
it might be a Yuri.
It
Could
is
be
a Yuri,
Yuri.
in fact.
Oh, boy.
But there is a sequence or scene where Drax is beating the shit out of a guy dressed up in like a Transformer-looking robot suit. And come to find out, that is in fact a GoBot. And you might ask, what is a GoBot? I've never heard of a
my
GoBot.
gosh, it's a GoBot? Oh, wait, I do remember this now. Okay.
What
Yeah.
is a GoBot? Yes, I'm asking it.
A GoBot.
What is it?
A GoBot was the it was owned by Tonka in the 80s. And it was the competitor, the number one competitor to Transformers. Hasbro ended up buying Tonka, and as a result, they ended up
Fuck
taking
your competition.
GoBots.
We own you now.
Exactly.
I now want a movie that's GoBots versus Transformers.
It sounds like it legally could happen.
And,
it doesn't sound like there's any obstacles.
After
After we get Beast Wars, we'll get that.
the robot, or the GoBot, I should say, his name is Psykill. And
Psykill. Wow.
Yep, his name is Psykill, and he is a world-conquering asshole GoBot. Kind of
Hey.
like Thanos a little
Drax
bit.
the Destroyer.
A little bit like Thanos, yeah. Well, it wasn't, there is some line of dialogue in the special about GoBots killing his parents or something like that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah?
I
Right?
forgot he
Nebula
said that.
says it, or he says it. I don't know. Something
No, I
like
think
that.
he says it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And,
it was just paying off something. But now we know a little bit more of the history of who's that Transformers looking motherfucker. It's a GoBot.
It's a GoBot.
It's Thanos just disguised as a GoBot.
It could be.
I thought it was
Very
drawing
well
a
could
parallel,
be.
but I didn't know it was parallel with Thanos. Okay. All right.
And one last little bit. Gunn has confirmed that GoBots are indeed canon in the Marvel Universe.
There we go. All right. We were all wondering.
Lord.
There's your fun fact.
In between him answering every mad DC fanboy, he's decided to answer that question on Twitter as well. But that's a conversation for another episode.
Thank God.
All right.
Do
Well,
your spiel.
I think that we should just get right into talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, and so we shall. It's streaming exclusively on Disney Plus, written and directed by James Gunn. Stars all the regulars from the Guardians franchise.
Just get that right. Oh, we're not even saying the names. Or
Chris Pratt, Crisp Rat, Dave Bautista, Karen Gillan, Pom Clementia, Vin Diesel, Bradley Cooper, Sean Gunn, Michael Rooker, and introducing Kevin Bacon. The Guardians of the Galaxy celebrate Christmas and search for a present for their leader, Peter Quill, a.k.a. Star-Lord. I think we'll do non-spoilers for now because maybe people haven't had a chance to watch it. I think it dropped on Disney Plus a little after Thanksgiving, so it's been up for a little while at the same time. But it's also it's another Marvel Studios special presentation like Werewolf by Night. It's short, it's breezy, it's light. It's intended to be very fun and kind of celebrating the Christmas season and such. So how'd you guys enjoy the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special?
Sarah, why don't you kick this one off?
Are you a Guardians of the Galaxy fan in the first place? That's also a question to be asked.
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right.
Well, you wouldn't say you're not because you
I
haven't
wouldn't
seen
say I'm
them.
not. I haven't seen them, so I wouldn't call myself a fan. However,
I think that's fair. Okay.
I thought that it was super cute, and it was
Weird.
It was weird, but I liked that it was short and sweet. It wasn't a 3-hour movie, so I loved that. But it was cute. I liked it.
All right.
Mr. Meadows.
Andrew, did you also enjoy it?
I thought
Did
it
you
was
like it?
awesome. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was charming. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. Kevin Bacon was great. I liked the whole premise. It was really good. I really liked the 80s style cartoon. All right, maybe it's like a 70s style cartoon. I'm not quite sure.
So
But it's like Rotomax looking.
It's rotoscoping is how they did it. Yeah. Basically, I think James Gunn said that they were trying to emulate the Ralph Bakshi kind of look for doing that, and I think that's fun that they embrace like an older technology because in many ways I feel like this holiday special had obvious shades of another special, a Star Wars Christmas special of just kind of, like different types of segments and kind of stuff thrown into it a little bit, where it's just like it's a smattering of different things. It's not just one story type thing, like let's go in different directions, use different technologies and get kind of weird with it. I mean, Guardians obviously is already getting weird with it, so this is like taking it almost a step further in some ways. So anyway, yes, it was very cool to see them use some animating technology here.
Very cool. I also enjoyed. I watched it, I think, like 2 weeks ago. I think a week ago.
Yeah, we're in the same boat. It's been a little while for us as well. I think probably 2 weeks ago for us, roughly.
I don't know.
Time? I don't understand it.
And I can't remember.
Never heard of that.
I remember it.
Spoilers in its own section.
We'll do spoilers in its own section, yeah,
Okay.
but we can keep it, like you said, it's short and sweet. There's probably not a whole lot to dive into in terms of non-spoilers, but
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It was easy to follow for somebody that's not.
not in the
Yeah.
loop with, that's good. Good standalone kind of thing then, yeah. Anna, do you have thoughts on it?
I liked it. I thought it was fun. I am familiar with Guardians of the Galaxy, and I like it. I think I've seen each of the movies once. They're not my favorite Marvel ragtag team, mostly because I just cannot stand Chris Pratt.
Rat.
Just don't like him. So I just, yeah. But I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. I thought it had minimal Chris Pratt, so that I liked. Oh,
True. He was not the focus.
What's happening? Andrew's doing a weird hand at me.
That's how he tells raptors to not move.
Oh, I see. Oh, good lord. Ooh,
It's true.
that's true.
That's a great. I mean, if only we could get Andrew fully in the shot. I think the body,
he's doing
he'd crush it. He'd
Chris
crush it.
Pratt.
Right
Oh, Lord. He is, yeah, he just sucks. So I liked that there wasn't much of him. I thought it was a fun, like, team up, while still, like, involving the others. Like, everybody was in it still. I thought it was a fun little storyline that, like, made sense. It wasn't, stupid and nonsensical like a Star Wars holiday special.
Right, yes. It's honestly, not like it in that way.
It almost felt more like the Lego Star Wars holiday special.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's what it was more like.
I forgot about that.
Because that at least, like, sort of made sense.
Short and sweet.
In a Lego way.
Self-contained kind of thing.
Yeah, God, that's, the original Star Wars holiday special is so long. It never ends.
Yeah.
It never ends.
Boba Fett cartoon is dope, though.
Oh, that's true, but that's the only thing that's good in it.
I don't know, the cooking.
Go ahead.
The cooking. Stir, whip, whip, stir. I don't know if I did it right. But anyway, if you guys ever have time to watch a Star Wars holiday special on YouTube,
do something else instead.
She's probably
anything
right.
Anything else will be a better use of your time. It's not good.
They got
it's worth
cool
watching at least once in your life.
Is it worth watching? Maybe it is. But yeah,
if you're a Star Wars fan, it's worth watching at least once.
I thought this was fun and festive. I love Christmastime, and I thought this was just like a really fun way to do it. Had good payoff at the end. I thought the Kevin Bacon, like, it's not really a cameo. Like, he's in it.
He's in it.
He's totally in it. Yeah,
that was very fun. Yeah, no, I thought it was very fun. It was good. It's not like I'm going to watch it every year, but it was cute.
But I think it's something that is light and breezy enough and short enough. I think we've probably reiterated that several times. Yeah. That I think it is rewatchable in the sense that, it's probably not an every year staple, like some movies that we'll talk about before long. But it is enjoyable. And I think as someone certainly like myself that's a fan of all these characters and just kind of everyone just kind of being their own, like, everyone's kind of an asshole in the Guardians. Like, it's kind of fun. And seeing it being a little bit more wholesome while still being like appropriately James Gunny, I think was very, very enjoyable.
Yeah.
The whole plot of it, I mean, obviously we'll get more in spoilers of the little details, I guess, if we need to, but basically let's involve the actual Kevin Bacon in the Guardians of the Galaxy universe. And I think they did that in a really, really fun sort of way. And, it's appropriately Christmassy. It's got some songs in it that are goofy and fun and entertaining. And, like the decorations and stuff, like making it feel Christmassy. Like, I don't know. It was Guardians, but like more wholesome. And like, I don't know, like it made you feel good. Yeah. I feel like, the Guardians movies have always been like very emotionally charged, but usually in like a sad sort of way where it like kind of hits you a little bit. And this one was like, no, let's flip the script and make it like light and enjoyable so that you won't just feel sad every time you watch this. It was nice. It was, I appreciated it. It was fun to be introduced to new lore type things as we look forward to Volume 3, coming next year.
Like GoBots.
Like GoBots officially canon in the MCU. But beyond that, it's still self-contained enough, enjoyable enough. Cast is still charming. It's all good fun. Rex. We can do Rex. Recommendations of very yes, followed by yes, totally fine, or shithouse. Does anyone want to chime in with how they'd recommend this?
I give it a yes.
All right. We got
watching.
One in the yes column.
It's not like amazing, but it's good. It's
sure.
fun.
Sure.
It's a fun ride.
Anyone else? Any thoughts?
I second what Anna said. I give it a yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I'll watch every year, but
that's Did
it
that's
get
a good
you in the
metric for like
Christmas
a Christmas thing.
it did. It got me in the Christmas spirit.
Also a good metric.
And so that will be my metric for episode for this Christmas episode, that's going to be my metric. How much spirit did it fill me with? Right? I gotta go to work. I kind of deal with some shitty people, and it's like I'm not in the fucking Christmas spirit. And then I come home and I watch the holiday special. What does it do to my soul? And this filled my soul up full of Christmas spirit.
Cool.
I think it's a yes. I think it's a yes for me. I really enjoyed that song too.
I don't know what Christmas is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. So do we have 3 yeses then? Is that what I'm hearing?
What are you?
Yeah, I think I'll say, I don't know. I feel like I've given everything in like phase 4 of the MCU very yes, so it would feel weird if I didn't give this one a very yes as well.
You haven't given everything very yes.
Yeah, I probably gave Eternals yes. Actually, you're probably right about
There's
that.
no way you gave Black Widow very yes.
I think I gave Black Widow
you
very
didn't.
yes.
I think he was all about
I enjoyed
Black
the hell
Widow.
out of. I enjoyed the hell out of Black Widow, as you did at the time. Maybe
I did. I
your
enjoyed
feelings have
it.
changed
I
with
don't
time.
think I
but
gave it a very yes.
I was pretty down on Black Widow.
yeah, I think we had 2 negative Nancys. Not Sarah. Enrique was speaking with us at that time.
Oh yeah, because I wasn't on it.
No, you weren't invited.
Wow, I didn't want to do it anyway. Wow. Just give it your
Actually,
fucking
you
recommendation.
probably were. No, I'm keeping them in suspense. I'm dragging this out. I'm trying to make it another 4 up. No, I'm just kidding. I'll say it's somewhere between a very yes and a yes for me, in the sense that
It's fair.
I think, like, for what it is, it's a really, really good version of that. But also, what it is not intended to be something so amazing and moving, and it's obviously not gonna. I don't think it's almost not intended to have the same sort of impact as your best Christmas movies can. But by the metric of does it get you in the Christmas spirit? Yes, I think it's appropriately very Christmassy, joyous, and and satisfying by the end, while still being kind of raucous and entertaining throughout. But yeah, I think for what it is, I got exactly what I wanted out of it, which was fairly disposable entertainment that was nice and Christmassy. And so I think that it's very well made and good enough to at least get a yes. And maybe with, benefit of time and watching it again, and maybe it comes a Christmas staple. I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, I think it could be. Like, I think if you're really, really heavy into the Guardians, like this is like a perfect like Guardians edition. I think overall. So yeah.
What makes me really excited is just the thought of getting some sort of Disney property Christmas special or holiday special every year.
Yeah,
Right?
I think that would be great. Yeah.
I mean, we had what did we have? Hawkeye
We
last
had
year.
Hawkeye last year, which kind of filled that purpose, right? Yeah.
And
Not
this year.
not in the same way. Like that was obviously
Star
a full
Wars
series,
Lego was
but
2 years ago.
we had Star Wars, right?
I think it's a really awesome.
Might have even been.
Yeah.
I don't know,
We
at least 2
we
years
thought
ago.
about. I mean, it's kind of going off on a tangent, but we actually we're talking about how I had almost an urge to rewatch Hawkeye, and I was like, oh, I don't need to do it now, but maybe next year I will,
Yeah.
because it feels rewatchable. It's short and it's festive.
Short enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very festive.
But anyway,
Yeah. Just love a good festive Marvel thing. Apparently. Yeah. No, I'm down for way more of those. So.
spoilers.
Full spoilers
There's
for
really only one spoiler.
the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. Well, what's your spoiler? What's the big one that comes to mind for you?
It's not even really a spoiler because then we already kind of know that they're siblings.
Yes, the revelation that Quill and Mantis are half siblings, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it was just kind of implied without
yeah.
being
Overly
explicitly confirmed. But yeah, Peter's got a sister, and he was happy about that.
That's the best present of all. And he gives her a big hug.
so
It was fucking
sweet.
nice. Yeah, Christmas
That's cute.
spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, our dad was a huge fucking asshole.
Yeah.
We can bond over this experience.
And then I liked Drax and his fucking candy. It was the elf. He
The
wanted
elf man.
right?
What did he?
Yeah.
What did he call it?
The man or whatever it
The
was.
something.
I feel like he just called it something man or
Yeah.
Tiny
know.
little man.
Tiny man.
Elf. Yeah.
That was probably my favorite part. I laughed at.
Yeah. That was
good.
funny. I liked the whole them being at Kevin Bacon's house and destroying it. And yeah, it was fun.
Well, I like because he escapes, and then there's a bit where they're pursuing him, and Mantis is just hopping, it turns into a horror movie for a minute there. The way that she's pursuing him, Mantis could be she's pretty scary, the
She's
mind
kinda
control
scary,
stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's intense.
It's funny. They ring the doorbell. They jumped over the fence and they knock on the door.
Right. Yeah.
And he's like, whoa, I'm calling the cops. And Drex comes in through the window and he's like, "Wah!" It's funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Kevin Bacon guy. Pretty good for an actor. Pretty good. Guess they're not all assholes or whatever Nebula says. I liked the Drax and Mantis pairing. Good on the one hand, as we've already acknowledged, of sidelining Peter Quill. All right, he's moping about Gamora. Good for him. Bad for him, I guess, really. But, it was nice to have these two characters who, like Drax was kind of funny, but has been sort of one note, I feel like, since the first Guardians. And it's kind of more of the same, I guess, but at least he has more prominence, and so it kind of helps. And then Mantis, obviously, I feel like has not had a whole lot of characterization beyond what we got in Volume 2. So having the two kind of less prominent Guardians is nice, and I feel like James Gunn has basically said, like, Volume 3, like, we'll have a big Rocket prominence. So Rocket was enjoyable for the little bits that he was in this, but obviously not taking front stage like some of the others.
Yeah.
And how do we feel about Swole Groot, as James Gunn calls him?
It doesn't make any sense. Like, the proportions just aren't right. Like, I don't know. I didn't like.
He's getting swole. He's been going to the gym. I guess I don't know. Been lifting.
I did like the Kira Sedgwick cameo, and I just I picture them asking her to do it, and her being like, "What? Like, what do you want me to do?
What is this
for? What?" Like, it just.
Well, that begs the question. Like I'm sure Kevin Bacon has been asked like multiple times, like about like the references in the Guardians movies and stuff like that. So he's probably like aware of it before James Gunn calls him up and says, "Hey, do you want to do this thing, like this stupid fucking holiday special?" But yeah, for her, that's
it was funny that she
she was game. It was a voice cameo, right? But still good fun. I mean,
not much more to say.
Yeah,
short and sweet.
I think the only other things that stand out to me is I think that it sets up to, well, there's a Flula Borg cameo. I can't forget about that.
There is. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Flula.
Oh, Flula. God.
No, but what I was actually going to say is it sets up, I think, two things, and this is one of those things that like it's kind of set up for the movie itself, but they have a base at nowhere, which is interesting. It's kind of cool. Confirms the Collector did not get killed by Thanos, as I kind of suspected would be the case. But they've set up shop here, and the head of fucking security is Cosmo the Space Dog.
Mm-hmm. That was cool. Straight out of Marvel Snap.
Straight out of Marvel Snap, that's right. She's gonna neutralize any abilities at nowhere is what's gonna happen. But it was fun to see Cosmo. I'm glad beyond the cameo that Cosmo had. It's nice to see her, as we've learned in this, have a bigger role. I'm excited to see her in Guardians Volume 3, portrayed by Maria Bakalova, who is Borat's daughter, which is fun. Anyway.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
Anything else?
How about that?
I think that's all I have. Good fun.
Cool.
Is what I would say about it. All right. Well, maybe talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special was just a bit of a pretense, because it's now time to talk about our Christmas favorites. I don't really have like a particular structure in mind for this. I asked, I think, everyone to come up with like a top 3 favorite Christmas movies, but I don't think we need to dive into that just yet, because I think maybe we can start like what's the Christmas tradition of watching movies like? Is that a big thing for everyone here, like historically?
Yes. It is for me. I mean, I always start off my like Christmas movie watching, especially because sometimes if it's like this year where like the day after Thanksgiving, I want to get into the Christmas spirit, but it's not December yet, so I want something that's like only sort of Christmassy. I always watch Miracle, which is not a Christmas movie. It's a movie about the 1980 U.S. men's hockey team that beat the Soviets, and it's an awesome movie, and it just has like a really great Christmas scene in it that like always makes me think of Christmas. So it just makes sense for me to like, you know, it's like a good transition movie. But it's genuinely like also just a great film. Another Kurt Russell, you know.
Less of an asshole there. Sort of an asshole still, but not an ego-esque asshole.
He's a hard
for
ass.
sure.
He's
He's a hard ass. That's true. He's a hard ass, but he is genuinely a good, like, cares about his team, I guess, you know.
And it's just a really great movie, and it's just very inspiring and funny and great, even if you don't like hockey. Although hockey scenes are very good, are very well done. So yeah, that's kind of how I kick it off. And then there's things that I just, other than that, it's just like there's ones that I watch every year or ones that I watch most years. But
so is that the question? Like, what's your routine? What's your routine selection of?
Yeah, like a routine selection, perhaps. Maybe that ties into your favorites. Maybe it doesn't.
Are you someone who watches like every new? Like I have a friend who he literally watches every new Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yeah, let's say like what are you doing? Like, is it like December 1st hits the calendar?
Do you
and,
like those
it's
holiday
nothing
baking
but Christmas
shows?
shit?
Is it?
So for me, it's as soon as we have all of our Christmas decorations up,
It's go
and
time.
we have all of our Christmas lights on, and the rest of the lights are off, and Christmas tree and everything, then it's time to watch Christmas movies. Which usually is beginning of December, but this year is a little later because we got sick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it kind of delayed things a little bit, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, that's another question, too. I mean, what the Christmas decorations? What's the routine there? What does everyone do for Christmas? Is that getting into too much?
It's getting into too much weeds. Yes,
I don't know.
Sarah and I are both like excellent decorators.
Yeah,
and
well,
so
Andrew and I don't have to answer because it's just we just
yeah,
defer. We just
defer
to our wives to take care of these sorts of
if
things.
If we were to go into our process of decorating,
I'll tell you what it does to me.
hours.
I can give you a little insight.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Christmas involves me trekking into the fucking attic, which is terrible.
I have the worst job than him, though. I have to be down below catching everything while he throws it down the hole.
Oh my god!
Just throws it.
Like
Thump,
a giant
thump,
Christmas tree. He's just throwing stuff down a hole, and I'm the one down there catching it all.
I'm literally straddling because we put our Christmas tree in a bag. I'm straddling the little attic hole, and I'm trying to drop this 12 or what is it 10 foot fake Christmas tree down the hole.
Oh my god.
And it's all swollen up and stuff, and it won't fit through the fucking hole, so you got to push it in there. But then like you don't want to like break your ceiling, right? So you got to be careful. It's a real pain in the ass.
Or the tree.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't have had to do that if we would have been able to get a real tree this year.
Yeah, we didn't get the real tree because we
Andrew
were
said
sick.
no.
They're also so expensive.
They are not cheap. That's true.
We were going to get one.
We're going to
North
go,
Carolina.
just like Chevy
That'd be
Chase
fun.
Christmas Vacation, we were going to go to the Christmas tree
yeah,
farm
bringing films
and
back in the
chop it
conversation.
Down.
There we go.
We're going full circle here.
Mhm.
So, yeah, anyways, Christmas starts with climbing up into that goddamn attic, and it's terrible.
I think we should switch the order and talk about our favorites and then talk about honorable mentions. And I think we should just get to it. Who wants to go first?
I told
Yeah,
Sarah
let's
to
talk about
prepare
some
a
favorites.
list about 15
Top three.
minutes before this thing.
Oh, so do you want to go
And-
last or?
And I
No.
told her, I said, you need to take a little bit and prepare your movie. She goes, I already know.
I answered you instantly.
The thing is, I
basically.
think more. It's
It's
what
more
are your
cool.
what are your favorite Christmas movies? It's a way easier question than what are your favorite movies of all time. Like, oh god,
We did
everything.
just
Like
talk
Christmas
about- No, it's
movies,
way,
you have
way
staples. You have childhood staples. Maybe you have more recent things that have entered the conversation. I don't know, but for the most part, like it's a set in stone fucking routine. For
I knew.
what
I
it
was
is about
ready.
Christmas that really speaks to you. So yeah. I mean,
You want
I
it
did
3,
the same
2, 1
thing.
or 1, 2, 3?
Well, how do we want to do this? Do we want to do like everyone gives their three?
No, I want to hear everyone's.
Okay, one at a time.
Yeah, but
All right.
but do we want to go 3 to 1 or 1 to 3?
3 to 1.
Okay.
Suspense. I want to preserve
right.
the suspense for what number 1 is.
I'm gonna
for
go
everyone.
first because I'm gonna move you along.
All right, go for it.
My number 3 is not actually a movie. It is a TV special. It's only like 23 minutes long.
Okay.
But it's a Charlie Brown Christmas. I love Peanuts, everything, and I I love Charlie Brown. It's one of the few Christmas
Yeah, I was
vinyls
just
we
gonna
have.
say, it's a banger of a record too.
It's just iconic, and it's very nostalgic, but it's also just so cute and fun and silly, and just really holds up. And I watch it every year. So that's my 3.
Number 2.
My number 2. Well, we had this conversation about. Sorry, this is a weird. We were just talking the other day about favorite movies, and one of my top Christmas movies is also one of my favorite movies. But then I was like, but is it my favorite Christmas movie? And then that was confusing. So maybe these are tied. Maybe they're tied for first. But I'll give my 2 first, I guess, if that's 2. Which is A Muppet's Christmas Carol. Another one I watch every year. It's so fucking fun. The music is so good. I laugh every time I watch it. I'm glad that they finally put the song back in for Disney Plus, because it used to be on the VHS and then they took it off for the DVD, and it wasn't on streaming, and now that song is back. But Muppets Christmas Carol is just fucking iconic, and Michael Caine playing it completely straight with all these silly little fucking Muppets around him is it's just so fun. And I love Muppets Christmas Carol so much. And then my number 1 is It's a Wonderful Life. And this is also in my top 5 favorite movies. It's just a great movie, and it's just beautiful and well done, and the characters and the actors are all so good, and it just is a wonderful movie. And I really love it. And again, I watch it every year, but have to watch the black and white. I don't watch the version that came out whenever it did, where it's in color. You gotta watch it in black and white. I love it. I love It's a Wonderful Life. So those are my top 3.
All right, we have one person who has spoken. Who wants to go next? One of you two, Andrew,
Andrew
or
it's
Sarah. One of you two. I've combined you two.
You want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next.
All right. Let's hear it. Top 3. What do you got?
Number 3 is going to be Home Alone.
Oh, good choice.
The first
that's
one.
A classic.
Yeah, it reminds me of, I have a huge family, and like when we go, like we used to all go up to North Carolina for Thanksgiving, and it's like trying to herd everybody together.
Yeah.
Like it was just
great.
It's just so funny. My number 2 is Christmas with the Cranks. We watched it.
I've never seen that. Have you?
What? You never seen it?
No, I've only seen parts of it.
I haven't seen it.
I feel like it used to be on TV all the time, so I saw like big chunks of it, but I never actually sat down and watched it start to finish.
So I think one of the reasons it's my favorite is because Andrew saw it for the first time last year, and we watched it together, and just like his reaction to like some of the just stupid parts was just so funny.
I was just in stitches the whole time.
He was just dying.
So funny.
And so we watched it last night, and same reaction. It was great. And then number 1, Elf.
Classic.
Yeah.
I love Elf. I would say that's usually my first Christmas movie every season is Elf.
Like kicks it off for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's just so many parts in there that I just die laughing.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
And that's another one that's like very festive. Like I hear that music. Like I feel like people put it on like their reels and like their Instagram stuff a lot, and I just hear it like it just makes you think of Christmas. And
and it's directed by Johnny V.
That's right.
Yes, indeed.
Mr. V.
Indeed.
Mr. Johnny V.
Yeah. Good Lord. Oh my God. All right, Colton, what's your top 3?
I'm going next. Well, so
give your number 3. We will talk about honorable mentions after.
My number 3 is A Christmas Story. Because this is a fucking childhood, like growing up, watched every year kind of classic for me. And I haven't watched it probably in a few years. But at the same time, it's just like there's just so much nostalgia in there, and to me, it just, I don't know. When I think of like Christmas movies, it is one of the top 3 that comes to mind, and I always loved it and enjoyed it as a kid. And there's a new one out on HBO
sequel.
Max, A Christmas Story. Christmas? I don't know what it's called. Some stupid title, but apparently it's all right. So maybe I'll watch that at some point. Haven't had a chance to yet. But I love A Christmas Story. It's an infinitely quotable but fun, festive movie. Just a quintessential Christmas movie for me. My number 2 and number 1 are going to be movies you've heard about already. My number 2 is a movie that I had not seen until a few years ago for the first time.
This is your second favorite?
It's a Wonderful Life is my number 2. And if you asked me 4 or 5 years ago, it wouldn't have cracked the list. But yeah, I watched it for the first time, I believe, up in New York.
Yeah, I think it was in New York.
But it's now become an annual tradition of watching it on Christmas Day, and it's a really fantastic film. And I think it's a good Christmas film as well. But as it would, as you would expect of a movie that is in Anna's top 5, it's just also really powerful film itself. Like a really interesting film structure. I mean, it's a film made in 1946, and I think just the way that it is structured around George Bailey's life, and then the what if George Bailey didn't exist kind of conundrum. Like, I don't know, it's just a really compelling film that makes you care about George Bailey and his family and all these people around him in this town of Bedford Falls, and it's so easy to fall in love with like every aspect of the film and care about all of it, and it's just the right kind of feel good movie that you want on a Christmas day. Good. It's just like the only thing that will give me the warm and fuzzies more than It's a Wonderful Life is my number 1, A Muppet Christmas Carol. Because god damn it, do I love A Muppet Christmas Carol. It brings me infinite joy. I think it's just the most hilarious thing. And I think it really is the juxtaposition of the goofy ass Muppets being fun, Kermit and and Gonzo and Miss Piggy. I love the Muppets. I love the Muppets anyway, so I'm already predisposed to it. But putting him up against Michael Caine being just ridiculous, but ridiculous in the most serious way possible.
Never
playing
seen
it as straight as possible. Oh, you're doing yourself a disservice. Disney Plus.
You've never
you got to
seen
do
it?
Even if you don't do it on Christmas Day, you gotta watch
so
it.
Good. It's so
glorious.
Fun. It's so quotable. It's great.
It's just so funny, and obviously it's a classic Charles Dickens story with a Muppets twist. Like it's a classic story that's been told time and time again.
It's a good story, though. It's a really good fucking story.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, and it's a good story that again speaks to like the principles of Christmas and like feeling the joy of spending time with family and just feeling the Christmas spirit and love. Like, even though it is in that Muppets package, it fucking nails it, in terms of just being a great Christmas film. And I will say, it gives prominence to, I think, an underappreciated Muppet, Rizzo the Rat. I love Rizzo, and I think he shines in A Muppet Christmas Carol. So that's my number 1. If growing up, it was always A Christmas Story or Muppet. Muppets. It was usually one or the other on Christmas, maybe occasionally both of them. But those were kind of the two like dominant forces throughout my life. So it only makes sense that they'd appear here. And then obviously something that's just kind of rocketed up in terms of how much I adore it is It's a Wonderful Life. So those are my top 3. Which leaves Andrew to give his top 3.
All right, my top 3. So my top 3.
Did you not think about it beforehand?
No, I did. There's
still an internal debate.
There's internal debates, but I'm just.
We will have a section for anything that didn't make it to the top 3. Yeah, we'll have honorable mentions and stuff. We've got others to talk about for sure.
Mentions.
So, for the sake of saying one that hasn't been said yet, that I think is monumentally important, I think it's an important Christmas movie, is The Grinch.
That's one.
Which one?
That's 2 of my honorable mentions.
Which Grinch?
For me, I mean, I know the cartoon one, not the Benedict Cumberbatch one, but the old school one.
We don't talk about that one.
That one's
we
bad.
don't talk
about that one.
But for me, it's Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's Grinch.
Okay.
Ron Howard's Grinch, whoever's Grinch it is. I like that Grinch.
I'm an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Classic.
I don't know. That's one of the funniest scenes in it, I think.
Yeah.
That's good. And then there's
that's classic because it's like the original. Like I love the original cartoon, but I also love Jim Carrey Grinch. Like they're both like obviously they have the same like bones, but like they're both so unique and so good, and they're both worth watching.
That is not a chew toy. It's all so good. He's fucking glad. It's awesome. I like Jim Carrey's Grinch.
It's great.
The number 2 would probably have to be Chevy Chase Christmas Vacation. That for me is full of nostalgia. I watched the shit out of that when I was a kid. I watch it every single year now. I still laugh at everything. I think it's wildly funny. It's funny the older I get, the more I identify with the dad, you know, trying to put up the Christmas lights and trying to make the family happy and this and that. And it's just I don't know. It's really cool. It's a really good movie. And then my number 1's definitely got to be Home Alone. Home Alone is it's got an excellent score. I think it's simplistic in nature, but iconic score for sure. But the story is really simple, you know, and it's wildly funny. Like the cast is excellent. And at the same time, it also has a really, really, really good little Christmas wrinkle in it. You know what I mean? It's still a really good Christmas message, which is awesome.
Definitely.
And they do it. It's just the way it's written and how it's executed is just perfection. I think it's a timeless movie.
So good.
So that's my number 1 is Home Alone. But I do have some good. I got some runner-ups, and it was
Me too.
Hard to
I went first. Now I
are we
guess
doing
first.
Are we doing the same order? She's gonna name them all. Just
no,
you wait.
Feel free to jump in if you also include this on honorable mentions.
Yeah,
because I mean, I think
we can do that.
Home Alone is absolutely one of mine. Sorry, I made a list. Love Actually is great. I really love that movie. It's not necessarily one I watch every year, but I feel like a lot of years I do.
That's the one with the rock star, right?
Beautiful.
The fucking
he's
Bill Nye is
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the first thing I can think of.
Well, he's one of many.
Yes, many storylines. Yeah. But yeah, I love that movie. It's just fun and heartfelt and The Holiday, which I think you just watched last year.
Yeah, Jack Black and Kate
Winslet, and then Cameron Diaz, Jude Law.
Right, because it's the two pairings. Yes, right.
Which is it actually Nancy Meyers? I don't know if it is, but it feels like
I think it is. No, I think it is.
I think
you're right.
And it's just really good. It's very much a rom-com, but it has like other storylines that are really fun, and it's just a great movie. It's really, really lovely, and that was like. I think I saw that in theaters. Like, I feel like that was like a big, like it was very popular when it came out in like 2008 or whatever the hell it was.
Well, I feel like I liked it because it was traditional, obviously in like, you know, a rom-com-y sort of way. But I feel like by the end, I think with like Jack Black, like it's almost like sort of casting against type where he's like sort of Jack Black, but not the most ridiculous Jack Black. He's not Bowser or, you know, or fucking, you know, Dewey Finn or whatever, you know, type of Jack Black. But and then obviously there's a little bit of a wrinkle with Jude Law at the same time where he's a fucking handsome man, but what's going on there? You know, like I don't know, it was good. It was a good, like by the end it felt really satisfying and cute. So
yeah. So sorry, that's a long list. Not a long list, but it sounds like I had a top 10 basically. Love watching. This is kind of random, but I actually love watching The Nutcracker, and I think it's still on Netflix. But it is. I don't know if it was actually like being filmed as a stage show at the time, but it's very much set up like the stage show, and the ballet. But it's I'm pretty sure it's even younger than Home Alone young Macaulay Culkin. In it, I'm pretty sure, or like someone else well known, but it's just like fun.
One of the Culkin kids.
Yeah, one of those Culkins. And that's just like a fun one that I feel like every few years I watch. Likewise for Rudolph, which is just a classic. Like that's very nostalgic for me. Again, I don't like have to watch it every year, but I feel like I end up watching it most years. Another one that's like very quotable and nostalgic. We had talked about, obviously, It's a Wonderful Life. I feel like there was a time, maybe it's not true anymore, but like people either fucking love Miracle on 34th Street or they love It's a Wonderful Life.
Let me tell you something.
And I actually think they are both great.
This is I've never seen that movie until like, how long ago? 3 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Which one did you watch?
I watched the Matilda one.
So that's
not the original. That's not the one.
Well, because the original was it 40s as well, or is it?
Yeah,
I know
it's like way back in the day kind of thing. And then they remade it like 90s
Natalie
or something.
Wood.
Roughly?
Yeah. I mean, Marlson's fun, but the original one is so good, and it's like you just like by the end, like it's fun because it's got like the lawyerly aspects or whatever for us. But I just think like by the end you want him to like you are buying into it kind of, and I just think it's fun, and I think it also like, I mean, last year one of the places we went when we went to New York City for the day is like mostly for the bathroom, but we stopped at Macy's, we stopped at the flagship store, the big Macy's that's right,
fucking massive,
that's right there for the
ridiculous.
Parade, and very much featured in this movie, and
Labyrinth.
Yeah, no, oh my God, it was, yeah. But I love that. Another old one that has some parts that are, particularly the age gaps and the actors are a little, you kind of have to squint your eyes and forget about it. But White Christmas is a classic, and very good and fun. And just, I think the idea of like getting snowed in at an inn in Vermont for Christmas, just, it's magical and very much so to me. This is a throwback, and I don't know how many people watch it. But like, do you remember when ABC used to have on like Saturday nights The Wonderful World of Disney?
Yeah.
So one year they did Eloise, and it was like based on the books, and then they did an Eloise at Christmastime, also based on a book. And it is so cute, and it's so like New York at Christmas time, and it's just like really fun. And I think it's pretty short. It's probably like an hour or an hour and a half or something. But it's just really fun. And I loved those books. I loved those movies, episodes, whatever, when I was a kid. And so I like going back and watching that. And honestly, I watch it most years. One newer one that we just like kept talking about as being a good one that will be rewatchable, even if we don't do it this year, is from a couple of years ago, Klaus. Which was on Netflix.
Klaus was so good. Yeah.
Yeah. That animation was so fun, and the story was so fun. And yeah, I don't know if I'll watch it like this year, but I will definitely like rewatch that because that was really
it's a really well-made movie.
It really was. And then my final is actually like 2 movies. It's technically a trilogy, but the third one's bad. And this really came very close to cracking my top 3, which is The Santa Claus, because I love the Santa Claus, and I love the Santa Claus 2. I think they're both really, really good, and like it's very much a sequel worth watching. It's an interesting story, like the characters who come back and stuff, and I really love.
Which one's got the fake Santa Claus?
So that's Santa Claus 3, and I don't like that one.
Yeah, that one's trash.
Or wait, no, is that the second one? Sorry, no, that's the second one. That's the second one. The third one is the Jack Frost one. What am I doing? That's the second one, right? I don't know. But yes, that's the second one, and that part is ridiculous. But because he makes all the other ones at the end. He just like makes like an army of them, but they're in it very briefly because that's while he's off trying to get a wife. The fake one's left in charge. But there's like a similar storyline in the third one, and I think that's part of why I didn't like it, because it felt like it was just like redoing it. But yeah, the Santa Claus is great. I
like when he shaves his beard and it pops back up.
Right back up, yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Unfortunately, the new series on Disney Plus, I heard it was really bad, which I was bummed out because I was gonna watch it. but apparently it's not good. So now I will not be watching it. But I think that the two movies are great. So I love Christmas movies.
It's also got Tim Allen in it, so that's an unfortunate stink, but it is what it is, right? You get over it if you need to.
He's good in this.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna not watch it just because he's a dummy.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that was quite a list. Maybe there's some crossover
Good
elsewhere.
luck coming up with some that I didn't mention.
What else you guys got? Sarah, you got anything?
Honorable mentions that you watch every year,
where
even if they're not
regular
your favorites?
in the regular rotation for Christmas and such.
Polar Express.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
Oh,
they're
it's so
horrifying
cute.
ones.
So
love that
backstory:
book,
I
too.
used to work on the train at Busch Gardens.
Oh,
And so, like,
fun.
Okay.
I've just always had this love for trains, and
Yeah.
the Polar Express is just so cute. And then Miracle on 34th Street, but I've only seen the 90s one.
Oh, you should watch the
I
other
haven't
one too.
Really? Okay.
It's very good. It's she's so cute in it. Yeah.
And Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Oh, classic.
With Arnold
Classic.
Schwarzenegger.
How did I forget about that?
It's turbo time.
Yeah.
There's a second one. Apparently, there's a second
I did not
one.
see the second one. Well, Arnold wasn't in it. I don't care.
think so. I just saw it on the 25 Days of Christmas lineup
know
for this
this.
year, which was horrendous, by
I
the
don't need
way.
no second one. Give me Arnold. Give me Sinbad. It's got Sinbad in it.
Sinbad.
He's the one. He's fighting for the Turbo Man toy. Shit's great.
Turbo Man.
It's on my list. Preview of coming attractions. Let's put it that way. But
Yeah,
anyway,
I had that one
Thunder.
on VHS. And then last but not least, Bad Moms Christmas.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot they did a Christmas one of that.
okay. All right. I have not seen that.
I have not
So
either.
I don't know anything about it.
I
really.
recommend it. Bad Moms
Was that-
Christmas.
Was it the second Bad
Yeah,
Moms?
'cause there
Okay.
was one that was just Bad Moms.
I didn't know if it was
right?
like the third one. We're like, we're going Christmas because
No,
like Harold
they've
and
only
Kumar
done
did the same
two.
thing. We're like, it's the third one. We're gonna do a Christmas one. I'm like, all right, whatever. Now,
I don't think so. I think it's just those two.
okay. I didn't know. I didn't see the first one either. So yeah,
Yep, but those
nice.
are mine.
Very nice.
It's got
All right.
Agatha Harkness in it too. She's pretty
Okay.
funny in it.
Yeah, it's her, Kristen Bell, and Mila Kunis.
Mhm.
That's right.
If I feel
Yeah.
like Mila Kunis, I could have named
good
the other
lineup.
ones. It would have been a struggle for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's fun. All right.
What's your... Oh, and Christine Baranski plays one of the moms, I think. And of course, she's iconic in The
know.
Grinch.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, what are your honorable mentions?
One of my honorable mentions. All right, so I have I'm delineating these into two categories,
Oh, Jesus.
and in the 50 films that follow, you'll understand why they get placed. I'm just
It
kidding.
doesn't. It's not that long.
It's not. It's really not that long.
Tell
I've
us
only
the
got
two
a handful.
categories, for the love of
The
God.
first category is movies that I would say aren't really Christmas movies, but use Christmas as a setting,
Die Hard.
like to good effect. Die Hard's a good one. It's really not on my list because it's not like a favorite of mine, but I think Die Hard is a really, really good example of, because it's always the age-old question, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And I think you can answer either way, and I think get away with it. But for my money, the movies that take advantage of a nice Christmas setting that aren't explicitly Christmas movies, number one for me, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite films
Classic.
of all time, top five. We did an
almost
episode on
watched
it once upon a time.
Enrique and Aislinn
We almost
a
watched it
couple
with
weeks ago.
Enrique and Aislinn. We made a huge mistake in not doing so.
should
We'll
have.
talk about that.
Later.
But it's a fantastic film that is not a Christmas movie really, but like a lot of Shane Black movies, I'll say, uses it as a backdrop basically. And it's a great film. Really, really highly recommend it. But again, not necessarily for the Christmas vibes, just because it uses Christmas. Gremlins is another great
I haven't
fucking
seen that in a
film
long time.
that has Christmas as a backdrop. Everything, like the chaos unfolds on Christmas Eve, and it's funny because I was reading about it, and basically the town that they have it set in is a fictional town that was basically based off of It's a Wonderful Life. So Gremlins is a
funny.
movie that I loved growing up, having never seen It's a Wonderful
And now
Life.
you have that context.
Never made the connection, obviously. But Gremlins I love Gremlins. So good. We already mentioned it, but Hawkeye, and also it's cheating because it's a TV series. Great use of a Christmas setting, despite not really being a Christmas thing. So my last one for this category is Batman Returns, the Tim Burton film.
Good Lord.
Excellent.
Because you got Danny DeVito being incredible, because obviously Danny DeVito is always incredible at everything he does. You know, fucking horrifying penguin, bite your nose off or whatever.
Yeah, I hate it. Stop talking about it. Go on to your other category. Stop.
It's got flippers. It's got flippers for hands. It's great.
Disgusting.
Anyway, I love
Tim
like
Burton's
the
a
snowy
fucking
vibes and
madman.
stuff. It's a great like Tim Burton Christmassy thing. Like
Let's
obviously
turn
there's
him
Nightmare
into a
Before
real
Christmas,
fucking
but
penguin.
That's a Halloween movie, I would argue. So
Okay.
my actual honorable mentions. It's a short list. The Jim Carrey Grinch. Well, both Grinches. Both
We don't talk about
non-Cumberbatch
the
Grinches.
Cumberbatch one, 'cause it's
To repeat
horrendous.
those. But the Jim Carrey one is the one for me that has the most nostalgia attached to it. So I really enjoy that. Get a lot of joy out of it. Jingle All the Way. Sarah brought it up. She beat me to the punch. But I don't know if it's a good movie. I honestly don't know. But Arnold is so hilarious in it, and it's just. Is it Jake Lloyd? I think it's Jake Lloyd. Maybe I'm making it up. Maybe I'm just like, it's a white kid. He's Jake Lloyd. But I think it is Jake Lloyd. And, it's not about him. It's about Arnold being ridiculous. And, he dresses up in the fucking Turbo Man suit and flies around. It's just.
I haven't seen it in so long.
It's good. Well, maybe it's not. But it's good.
Right.
But it's good Christmas fun. And then. Last two. Charlie Brown Christmas. Come on.
Good.
It's a classic. And then likewise, probably the one that has more nostalgia for me than Charlie Brown is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because it's just a classic, like old school special, like just really
Iconic
good
songs.
Iconic songs. My dad loves the Bumble. So I've gotten him like a pint glass with the Bumble on it, and I it's just like that's another one that like has a lot of family nostalgia attached to it. Is Rudolph, so it's really good. It's it's touching and it's really good. So it's classic, So that's what I got. My two categories. That's all I have.
Andrew?
I'm good.
So Christmas with the Cranks. This is I'm just
All right.
These aren't necessarily like my routine movies are like my
Just
favorite.
runners up.
Well,
Honorable
but
mentions.
Yeah, they're my honorable mentions, right? They're my favorite ones.
Right.
So making it into rotation is Miracle. I will be Miracle on 34th Street. I will be watching that every year. I will give the old one a shot for sure.
I might even like it more.
Might even like it more, but man, that one came out of nowhere. That was a really good movie. I can't believe I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I suggested it, and he's like, you really want to watch this?
Honestly, they're both pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere. I mean, it's a little hokey, but the Christmas story is just overwhelming. The Christmas spirit in it's so good. And that's the thing about some of these movies. Like, what defines a Christmas movie? It's the Christmas message, I guess, right? Is what I mean, because you can have a Christmas movie that doesn't take place during Christmas, can't you?
no.
No, there are hard and fast rules.
It's hard. It's a
It
hard
must
sell.
take place
Yeah.
at or
No.
around Christmas.
Yeah,
It is.
no.
It's hard, but like I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Either way, I'll be watching it every year. Christmas with Cranks. They get that. I've got.
Wait, what's your favorite part?
With what?
Christmas with Cranks. I know.
Oh man!
No,
Tim
no
Al-
spoilers though.
Oh yeah, you can't. You've never
Oh, yeah.
seen it.
I'll cover my ears.
I only know
That
from
won't
the
work, but I'll
trailer
do
when
it
the
anyway.
snowman on the roof like falls on
Okay,
him or
nah,
whatever.
you've got. Oh man, you guys need to watch that ASAP.
Is it streaming? How'd you guys watch it?
I did stream
Oh,
it.
we
It's
streamed it on
been showing
Amazon.
up on it's
Cool.
been showing up on our
Okay.
Amazon Fire Stick homepage.
You know what? We'll get to it. But
What?
talking about this, I want to watch more Christmas movies. This just talking.
Thank
This
you.
conversation is like I feel like we've been slacking this year.
We absolutely we
We've been
are
slacking. It's
5 days away
from Christmas. Oh my God.
How
What are we
many
doing?
can we watch in the next 5 days?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and
we've been-
technically,
we've
Is
been
it a-
technically
talking.
Christmas
Is it a-
go the 12 days of Christmas start on
I was gonna
Christmas.
say, is it a faux pas to watch
Christmas-
after the 25th?
No, it
I
is
think
not. Christmas goes until Epiphany, and Epiphany is January 6th, and that's like the timeline of how long
Yeah,
it took
it's
for
no
the three
fucking-
wise men to actually get there with the gifts.
There's no New Year's movies anyway. Like what are we flipping the calendar
there
to?
are,
Like
but-
2020.
but
No,
yes.
no. Is there anything worthwhile?
I also like the Nightmare
High School
Before
Musical.
Christmas.
High School Musical is a New Year's movie.
Okay.
High School Musical is a New Year's
All right.
movie.
Anyway, Andrew.
Anyway,
you have
Andrew,
more, I
other
think.
honorable
I
mentions?
like the Nightmare Before Christmas. I think it's good. I like it.
Is it a Christmas movie though?
I think it's a Christmas movie. It's definitely a Christmas movie.
It's
But is it
borderline.
also a Halloween movie? Or is it actually just a Thanksgiving movie when it's the perfect transition film?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's applicable for sure.
Yep.
That seems appropriate. I also like. Shit.
You're forgetting your favorite one.
Which one?
A Christmas Carol.
Okay, yeah. Wait.
But which one? There's a million.
He talked me into watching it last night by telling me it was his
I'd never seen it
all-time
before.
favorite Christmas movie.
I'd never
You've
seen it.
never seen it? You lied?
No, I'd never seen it before. So I like the Christmas Carol, and for the life of me,
Look at
I could
This is a
not.
podcast, so y'all can't see Sarah's face.
I could not
but
remember
she is
which one I had
stunned
seen.
right now.
Huh?
She is stunned by Andrew's lies.
What?
You
literally
tricked her.
told me it was your favorite movie.
The one I tried to watch last night.
No, just The Christmas Carol. You told me it was your favorite movie.
I do love the Christmas Carol.
Please
The
tell me
sto-
you didn't watch the Jim Carrey
Oh, is that the
animated one.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember which one it was. I can't remember which iteration that I liked so much.
It's the Muppets. I promise the
Probably
one.
the
It's the
Muppets, the best
Muppets.
one.
It is the best.
Well, we
But
started.
also, if you like
watching-
A Christmas
we
Carol,
started
you should watch
watching
the
FX
man.
one.
The what one?
The FX one. Have you watched the one that aired on FX and BBC?
It's dark
No.
and emo.
It's so.
Oh, I
oppressive.
remember seeing it though.
But
if you like A Christmas Carol, you should watch The Man Who Invented Christmas because it's like about Charles Dickens when he was writing A Christmas Carol.
Oh.
It's really good. It's what's his name who plays the Beast in the live action Beauty and the Beast?
Dan Stevens?
Dan Stevens plays Charles Dickens in it. And it's really good if you like A Christmas Carol. So what one did you watch last night? Was it live action?
Yes, live action one. It aired on FX. It was a miniseries.
3 hours.
Oh, that's one you watched last night.
That's what you guys
I
watched.
tried to watch
see.
it. We haven't gotten through all of it yet.
I'm looking it up
It's-
right now.
it's kinda-
This is
It's kind of so dark that it kind of
Yeah. Well,
pulls all the Christmas spirit out of you in an attempt to.
I mean, maybe this is spoilers, but literally the opening paragraph on the Wikipedia is the drama involves adult language, brief nudity, horror elements, implications of child molestation, forced prostitution, and a depiction of child drowning.
Andrew, what is wrong with you?
What is this?
It's really
I can understand like
this is
thinking
not
it's
a-
interesting and
No.
wanting to watch it, but
Stop
a
watching
favorite
and put the fucking
Christmas
Muppet
movie?
Christmas Carol on. Do yourselves a favor. Come on, it's on Disney Plus.
What Guy Pearce is a tour de force in this
Does
shit,
have-
though. He does.
Guy Pearce,
He
Andy
is
Serkis.
fucking
All right,
Ebenezer
okay.
Scrooge.
What year was this?
This is 2019.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna guess.
I fell asleep
Okay.
after an hour.
I
Sarah,
turned it
have
off
you
after-
seen a Muppets? Have you seen a Muppets Christmas Carol?
No.
Okay, you guys gotta watch it. It's
We're
so
going-
good.
Deprived
The
household we're
music,
talking
the
to.
music is so good. It's still the classic story, but it's more fun. It's not boring. It is hilarious, and the music is so good. Like all my Christmas mixes every year, like all my Christmas playlists, multiple songs from Muppets
Okay,
Christmas
we'll
Carol.
trade. You watch Christmas with the Cranks, and we'll watch the Muppets.
Yes,
and we'll
I love it.
You down?
This sounds
down.
great.
I think that is a great
We'll
proposition.
discuss by the time we
I was
see you
saying,
guys in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, there we go. Yeah. I was gonna say next time we
can't
record,
think
but
of
that
anything
too.
Perfect.
else. What other ones are in rotation? I mean, I did my top 3.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much every year, my 2 that I need to watch, my 3 I need to watch are my favorite ones, right? The Grinch, I need to watch the Grinch.
Sure.
I do love the Elf. We watch Elf every year. Pretty much everyone that makes me cry, I really like. And it's funny because when the Christmas like tweet comes in, like when you start to feel the Christmas spirit,
Mm-hmm.
I get teary eyed. It's like, oh,
All I'm gonna say,
it's too much.
it's not technically animated or anything, but when you see Tiny Tim and Muppet Christmas Carol,
Oh, does it break you up?
your heart's gonna
Oh,
feel
fuck.
it. Your heart's gonna feel it. Tiny Tim.
Which one does he say? Does he say God bless us? God bless us, everyone. Is he a little English kid in the Muppets?
No, I don't.
He's
He's a frog puppet. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But it's great.
Tiny Tim. He's gonna get you. I'm telling
And
you
he's
right
so,
now.
and when Michael Caine picks him up and moves him, and he's just a puppet. It's so good.
they're just
so
Muppets,
good.
man. But they'll get you. They'll get you.
So good.
All right. So it sounds like we've exhausted
All right.
the regulars.
Everybody
the
watch
favorites.
Christmas movies. Go Christmas movies.
Definitely. But-
Catching up?
Yes, in terms of catching up, I mean, what have you guys been up to? Have you been watching like new Christmas movies or anything like that? Things that aren't in the regular rotation, but you're trying them on for size. or anything else. Obviously, what's been going on.
We
over
did.
there?
What was the? I feel like we just watched. Oh, never mind. Well,
You could talk about it. If you did something, you should talk about it.
So I wanted to do a comparison podcast of two particular movies.
Oh, yes, of course.
And I think kind of think Pinocchio is a Christmas movie a little bit. I kind of got the.
All right, what makes you say that? What's where's the take coming from other than you just watching it around Christmas time?
Just like the importance of family, coming back to family. You know what I mean?
Is this what you were saying about it doesn't have to take place around Christmas to be a Christmas movie?
Yeah,
is that where this thought originated?
Christmas is about like appreciate, because I mean, oftentimes you think as it's said in the Grinch, it doesn't come with in a box and with bows. It doesn't come from a store. I can't remember the fucking rhyme, but you know what I'm getting at. It's about the importance of family and being thankful and paying it forward and that sort of stuff. And just the attributes of Christmas. And I think Pinocchio exemplifies some of those qualities. I think it doesn't really take place during Christmas, though. There is snow in one of the Pinocchios that I watched, and it's kind of made it a little bit Christmassy because there was snow in it. It was in the wintertime. But
all right.
Anyways, we watched two Pinocchios. We watched the Disney's Pinocchio. We watched the Netflix Pinocchio.
And you skipped the weird one.
Oh, is that like the Italian one?
Yeah.
From like a few years ago? Yeah.
It's horrifying.
That one looked a bit off.
We watched Miracle on 34th Street.
Mm-hmm.
We watched Christmas with the Cranks. We have
a couple that we gotta watch still.
We do
before Christmas.
What's on the docket? What are you guys planning to watch?
Muppets.
Yeah, well, of
Hell
course,
yeah.
we know that now. But beyond Muppets, what else?
We still have to
Anything
watch.
else you guys got planned?
We haven't seen Home Alone this year.
Not yet, and we haven't watched
Okay.
Christmas Vacation yet.
I started it during your last podcast, but I fell asleep.
Perfect.
And then I watched The Grinch with my students on the last day of school before my break.
Fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you guys still have like the little CRT TVs that you roll out on a cart?
Oh my god.
Or is it a little fancier these
No,
days?
you probably just
Fucking
like
ratchet
hook up your
strapped to the
laptop to
cart.
the projector, right?
Nope, we've stepped things up. I have a Apple TV.
Oh
my God.
So fancy.
Wow.
Kids are spoiled these
Oh my
days.
gosh, that's
Yeah, they are.
awesome.
It's like the
Yeah,
projector.
back in the day, we had an overhead projector.
And then eventually they ran out of Xerox copies, so they just put a fucking marker right on the glass, and it got all smeary. And it was always like a haze of fucking smear. You can't quite see.
good times.
Spoiled kids
Where were
these
they?
days.
Lord.
Or were they? All right.
What
Anything else for the two of you?
Those are the big ones, I think.
Did you watch The Fixer Upper the Castle?
Oh my God.
Holy shit, did we? We watched
Was it
all
good?
in one fucking day. Yes.
Wait, seriously?
So
Okay, now I
is
wanna
it like
watch
all
it.
done, or is it like an ongoing thing? I don't know.
No, it's done. I think they.
It was like a
sold
mini.
it.
That was
I
like it was like a
remember right.
special,
okay,
like a limited.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
What?
Obi just.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, incredible! It's so incredible.
They fix up that castle.
They fixed a fucking castle, dude.
Yeah. Super jealous. Today I watched the whole documentary on Meghan and Harry.
Oh, I heard it was good. I want to
Yeah.
watch.
It was really good.
I like her podcast.
I love
Podcast
her
is
now.
good.
After watching that, I love her.
She's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We had a small Christmas get together with some friends this past week.
We did.
Yep.
Hmm.
That
I
was
wasn't
fun.
invited.
We so we did we started a
Bah humbug.
tradition.
Bah humbug.
We started a tradition where we're going to do it every year, where we have to bring a game for everybody to play.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
So, the game that I came up with for Andrew was where you tie the solo cup at your waist,
And you swing the Christmas
and
ornament
then
between your
hanging
legs.
from the solo cup.
Oh,
is
yeah,
ribbon
yeah.
with an ornament, and you have to like thrust
Swing
your
it up
hips to
into
get
it. Yeah, yeah.
And I was the ultimate winner of that.
It came
Nice.
down to me and her, and she beat me, and like she got it in her first try.
I got first try. You got to get like a running start, and then fun.
What else did we do?
We've made a lot of Christmas cookies.
Yep, Sarah's wrapped all the presents.
I wrapped for 3 hours today.
Oh my god.
I got it all done.
We are tomorrow. We have an appointment for carpet because we're going to put carpet in the nursery. And
2 appointments.
We got 2 appointments tomorrow for carpet, and then Sarah picked out some paint samples, and we're getting ready to build a nursery in the room directly across from the man cave. So Christmas break, I leave work. Friday's my last day of work, and I had the whole week off. The whole car lot shuts down.
That's awesome.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, last year we were supposed to go to Blue Ridge, right? And she caught COVID, and we were grounded, right? We had to stay here.
And it ended up getting great.
It was low key the best vacation we ever had. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't do anything.
I felt fine enough.
You get to just be chill.
Yeah, we did projects, and it was great.
So every year now, this week is dedicated to. Well, it's supposed to be dedicated to rest, but for some reason there's always a project. So,
well, this is what we do.
But that can be fun too.
We take a piece of paper, I divide it in half. Andrew has a list of things to do, and I have a list of things to do, and then we have a list of like couple things to do together.
Nice.
So each day we make a goal to do like 3 things on each side, and then we have the rest of the day to relax.
That's right.
Perfect.
And if I say I'm going to bank a day to not do shit, well, that's okay too, as long as I get my list done by the end of the week. Yeah.
That's vacation.
So
Nice.
Yeah. We got Christmas shopping done, by the way, too.
All right.
Wait,
get it done early, right? Well,
Sarah did.
We're coming up on it, I guess.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Well, we have not been doing much baking. I think so. We had friends over.
We did a Christmas get together ourselves that you weren't invited to. So what goes around comes around is what I'll say about that. But.
Oh my god, stop! It was good turnout. It was fun. I was very impressed with my charcuterie board. And we made some baked goods and some store-bought, just kind of kept it pretty simple. But it was really fun, just like having people over, and because it's all decorated and like playing the Christmas vinyls. We've gone through all of those.
And then
next day, Enrique and Iselin came over, and the plan was like to get takeout, and we got Thai food, and we were going to watch a Christmas movie, and we debated a few.
We did.
And we ended up attempting to watch and then could not get through it. Spirited.
Yeah, you guys know anything about this film?
It's on Apple TV.
It's called Spirited.
It's another like adaptation of A Christmas Carol in a way.
Oh yeah, I heard it was awesome.
Hard disagree. I had been hearing like some good things about it.
I feel like you'd heard
Will
mixed things
Ferrell.
about
I
it.
guess I did. It was one of those ones that people either love or they hate. We couldn't finish it. I think there's a couple things. I think one, Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds, great. Concept of it, like haunting somebody every Christmas Eve, like as a TV show. It's fun. It's a musical, which was not indicated anywhere in the advertising or the trailers. And the music was all bad.
Ooh.
Like, it was just dumb and stupid, and like they were fine. Like, they weren't like pitchy, but like none of them are singers. Like, none of the main cast are singers. It wasn't like enjoyable to listen to them sing. And it was just it wasn't good. It wasn't engaging. We weren't having fun with it. And so we decided to stop, and we played Mario Kart instead.
Well,
wow, bad movie.
It spoke volumes. We got the takeout. Like, we went down, picked it up, brought it back up to the apartment. We were like, as we later learned, only 40 minutes into it.
Oh my God,
felt like we were like almost there.
It was a long movie. Oh my God, I couldn't.
And like, instead of like everyone like, we'll just eat on the couch and keep watching. Like, we just
sat
set up shop at the dinner
we were like,
table.
we don't need to keep watching.
This is fine. Honestly, I'm not mad about it.
We all basically just decided, like, as one brain, like we're not going to keep watching this.
Yeah,
it wasn't good.
I've described it, I think, multiple times now
Oh, go ahead.
as borderline unwatchable.
it was borderline unwatchable.
And it is interesting
and maybe it
because-
gets better and there are better parts of it. But like as we just talked about, there are so many good Christmas movies. I'm not going to waste time watching a
it's
bad
just
one.
not. Yeah,
There we go. High bar.
It could be.
True.
It could be your vibe. I don't know because clearly some people have like really enjoyed it.
I feel like the
maybe it's
people
just
I've seen who
kid-friendly or
really
something.
like it are people with kids. Are people with
Which
kids.
I
who
don't know.
really
I think
liked
is
it.
weird because like the musical bits don't really feel kid friendly. Not in like a super adult way, but in a way that like all this shit is gonna fly over kids' heads.
Yeah, totally.
But maybe
don't
that's
know.
fine. I don't know. But it was a rough watch.
Do
It was
not
a rough. I mean,
If you want to watch a Will Ferrell Christmas movie, just watch Elf.
just watch Elf. Exactly. Yeah, because you're not going to get better than that. So yeah, that was a bit of a failed Christmas movie.
But we had
attempt.
fun. We had fun.
We did have fun.
And
And we got
us
yeah.
the Michael Bublé
Yeah,
Christmas
Michael Bublé Christmas
vinyl,
record.
which is really good. And now that brings our collection up to 3.
Yeah, we're up to 3 Christmas records.
Yes, so that was fun.
Yeah.
What else have we been?
Well, I mean, technically, I didn't know if you wanted to stick to only Christmas stuff for this. We've watched a non-Christmas movie, and then we watched I guess 2 non-Christmas movies, but one was in the spirit of a Christmas tradition, and then
Yes.
one was just
Yeah, we watched Miracle
Unrelated.
because, like I said, we.
oh yeah, Miracle.
Oh, is that not what you were thinking of?
We partially watched it when we got to the end of our last episode that we recorded, and then obviously we talked about it a little bit as well already on this episode too. So I don't know if you needed. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it more.
I have forgotten, I guess.
Well, that's how you set up your whole Christmas spiel on this. Well, on this episode anyway.
I didn't do it with Miracle?
No, you did. I'm saying you did.
Oh, no, I just said that. We watched Miracle.
Yeah.
I
No,
just
know.
said that. What? Good Lord.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't know
have
why
to
you were
run
bringing
this
it up.
back.
I thought we'd already talked about it.
Right.
That was my point.
Well, because you said 2 movies. I was like 2. But yeah,
Yes,
we watched.
2
We did
movies.
watch Miracle. It's great. Holds up. Fantastic.
We watched 2 non-Christmas movies, is what I'm saying.
that have Christmas aspects. We watched 2 movies. That
One
are
was
not
Miracle.
Christmas movies. Wait, but yeah, 2 Christmas movies.
I wasn't including Miracle in my calculations. Was my point.
okay, I'll come back
so
to
this
that.
is
One's not
other
on
we
this
watched,
list. Is my
but
point.
we did watch another movie that's a non-Christmas movie, but it has a Christmas scene, and like Miracle, it has almost a blue tint over it.
Avatar.
Harry Potter and the
Oh, okay.
Order of the Phoenix.
I don't remember the Christmas part of it, but I assume.
That's how they come into Grimmauld Place after Mr. Weasley is attacked by the snake. They come in and it's Merry Christmas to Harry, and they're all unwrapping their scarves and their sweaters.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's a whole Christmas scene.
I remember it more in the
Ay,
book than the
ay, ay.
movie, but
I
the
mean,
movie
yeah.
chops a lot out, so
Correct.
it's fair.
It's a good movie. It's a good Harry Potter movie.
That's taking the longest book in the series and making
What
it the
other
shortest in
movie
the
did we
in the
watch?
films.
Why am I forgetting what other movie we watched? Oh, was it on there? Oh, duh. Oh my God. Sorry. Wow. I'm an idiot.
So yes, we watched Harry
Ooh.
Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
Brain no work good. I'm
because
not
I
even
finally-
drinking tonight. What is
I finally
happening?
finished reading the 5th book after months
Yes.
after Anna finished the series. So we watched that, and it's a pretty good film adaptation of a long book.
I've moved on to Lord of the Rings, and I'm almost done with the 2 Towers. So
We've got to watch Fellowship soon, but I think the last thing in terms of things that we've done. So it is our sort of tradition,
Right.
which we established only last year, and we wanted it to be an annual thing, to take a trip to New York City. It's only a couple hour bus
Couple
ride,
hours,
if
yeah.
that.
And the bus picks up block away,
Right.
and it's megabus, so it's cheap. But
So we want to go out there.
yeah. So last year we went to New York
Mm-hmm.
for the day. We did sightseeing. We got some pizza, and then we went to a matinee on Broadway. We saw Wicked, and then we went to like a really nice dinner in Hell's Kitchen. And then hung out a little bit more, I guess, and then we took the bus home. It was like a nice little day trip, very festive, very much like treating ourselves, and that was like our Christmas present to each other. I think we each did one other thing, like to open on Christmas, and it was really fun. It was really great. We really enjoyed it, and we were kind of like, this is, we're gonna continue this as a tradition. And then literally the second year, it was not in the cards. It was just
when we talked about it, we were figuring out like, well, maybe we'll see Hades Town this year. Maybe we'll see
Yes,
what 6
that was
we
our
talked about as
plan.
well.
signed up for a lottery.
Go see a show on Broadway. Go have a nice dinner somewhere in New York. But yeah, we couldn't quite
swing it.
couldn't quite do it
just
this year.
with money's a little tight.
But
But we did our own little
We did
day.
it. We brought New York to home.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So we instead we made a really nice dinner that we made ourselves and watched a musical.
Surf and
That's right.
turf, my favorite.
So we did a little surf and turf.
So good. We had like the last night of the honeymoon, we had picked to go to like the steakhouse that had surf and turf,
like Chop House or whatever,
and it was like, I don't even know what the cut of meat was supposed to be, but it was not. Brutal. It came out as like a different cut, and we're like, what the hell? And I think it was supposed to be filet and lobster, and then it came out, and we were like, that is not a filet. And it was so bad. It was like the worst steak we'd had the whole time, and the lobster was horrendous. It was inedible. It was
like chlorine, basically.
Oh my god, it was so. It was like tough. It was gross. It was awful, and we were so bummed. And so at the time, we were like, "Oh, let's go somewhere and get surf and turf for our Christmas dinner," and then whatever. So we made our own, and it was so good. It was.
We did actual filet.
Yes,
not
an
fake
actual filet.
No bullshit filet. We did filet in the cast iron, skillet,
So
and then
good.
some scallops as well.
Did a little snap pea in there too.
And, snap peas and like a.
Oh, it looked like you cooked the shit out of that
sauce.
steak though. That steak
oh my god,
it
was
cooked to absolute perfection.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was so good. The scallops were great. I didn't do much in terms of the
Your fucking
things.
Cooking,
martinis,
but I made some cocktails. So I made 4, I guess, different Christmas cocktails. So first we did a Christmas Cosmo, and instead of just straight up cranberry juice, we used like cranberry cherry. And I made a rosemary simple syrup, like a homemade one. And we did like the sugar rim and all of that. And that one was delicious. It was so good. And then we did a margarita that was also really good. Although I said it like felt a little weird to have a margarita at Christmas, because I feel like margaritas, I like pictures like a summer drink, like I'm out in the sun, whatever. And then we did this third one, and I had like found all these on Instagram, and it was like a Grinch cocktail, because it looks green because it's got Midori in it.
Very green. Yes.
And I don't even think, because I love a Midori sour. Like Midori sour is great, and I do think looking back, they had you put pineapple juice in it. And I think pineapple juice is such a like dominant flavor that mixing pineapple and melon just didn't. We weren't fans of that.
Wasn't
one.
the best of the bunch. No.
And then I like basically ended up doing my own, like making my own based on like my favorite things from each of those, and made what we are now calling the Coltania Christmas Cosmo, and it's now going to be like my specialty Christmas drink of this like recipe we smushed together and made our own. So yeah,
every year I like to do that too. Like Christmas Eve, I'll find like a fun drink to make for everybody, and like Walmart usually has some like cute like ornament looking cups, and but this year I'll just have some juice.
Well, I came up for the two things. One, I don't know if they have it. I'm sure there's somewhere that they have it, but that gift shop, Occasionette, that I really like, they have literally 0 alcohol spirits, which is really cool, because then you can like make a drink that tastes like it, but there's no alcohol in it. So it's not even really a mocktail, because it's got all the ingredients still. But I did come up with an idea for a mocktail version of the Christmas Cosmo, so I will send it to you. I'll send both to you.
Make that work.
It was
Sarah
really good.
She took me on a date to a very festive place. It's a pop-up restaurant.
Mm.
I saw your pictures.
City.
They looked really cute.
Yeah, like Christmas lights all on the windows, like from the ceiling to the floor.
Oh, so fun.
It was so festive.
This place is called the Barter House.
It was in Ybor, which is 40 minutes away. And when I was telling him that I planned a date night, I was like, no, you can't be a humbug, because it's on a work night with, like, he was getting off work that day and we'd have to leave, and then he'd have to work the next morning. But I was like, I really want to go, and there's like no other time to go.
Damn.
And it was so good.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
That's a pork.
All right.
Wow.
That was a pork shank. It was ridiculous. They had these bacon wrapped dates. Holy shit. It was so good. It was a very good place. And they had Christmassy cocktails. And
Yeah,
stuff
they
there,
had
too.
like a Christmas menu.
We did do that.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Love a festive cocktail, but Our problem that day was that we didn't wake up. I mean,
Yeah,
we didn't wake up
we
that
got a
late, but then we
start today, but
we made a breakfast and then he forgot the Florida game was on. So then there were more things we had to do that day than we thought. So we
had to
finished
literally
dinner.
get the groceries to make dinner.
Right, because we hadn't done the day before because it was gross out. And so then we started the movie really late. So we actually only watched the first half and then we watched the second half the next day.
The movie being
Dreamgirls.
Yes.
Which I had seen before several times because it's great and Colton had never seen before.
That's true. First time for me.
Mm-hmm. But it holds up. It's really good. I think the last time I had watched it's another one that used to be on TV all the time. It was on TV when I was moving into my apartment at the beginning of law school. So 4 years ago. And it's just such a good movie. Music's so good. The performances are so good. When you think about Jennifer Hudson and Beyonce being 25 when they were in it, and I don't know. It's so good.
Yeah, no, it's
excellent.
It's one of those casts that you look back oh, you couldn't do that today.
Stacked.
So
yeah.
you
couldn't afford
be able to. You'd have to make this movie for $300 million to get all these people to come on board for it. So
good.
Really impressive. No, it was good. Music was really good too.
I listened to music on the drive to work today. I listened to the music.
Oh, nice. Good stuff. Yeah, no, it was really good. Yeah.
Very much.
So yeah, we fulfilled the Christmas tradition in a non-traditional way, but we can sort of keep it going. We had dinner and a show, basically. So,
dinner and a musical.
Dinner and a musical, right? Exactly. So
and it looked fabulous.
It was based off a Broadway musical, right?
Yeah, it was Broadway. Yeah. And Cheryl Lee Ralph was the original Dina.
Yeah. So that's I think that's really all we've been up to. I think right now. I mean, I think
it's not really a catching up in terms of watch, review, repeat. But I started a new job.
Mm-hmm.
Did you really?
What?
I did. It's just a temporary part-time job. Just kind of to have something while I'm continuing to find a good one. I actually withdrew myself from a different job last week because I got such horrendous vibes from it, and I was like, I can't do it. I'm working at Temple Law, and I'm kind of helping out both in the communications, team and also in admissions. So it's going really well so far.
Oh, very nice.
It's good. It's been weird being back on campus. It feels really weird, but especially because the second half of our law school career, we weren't there because of COVID. We were at home. So it was definitely really weird, but it's been really good to be back and attempting to go to all my favorite food places, striking out on some, but yeah. So
speaking of school, I just finished my second master's class out of 10.
Woohoo!
And I finished with an A, another A.
Yes.
Which
Nice.
this one was very well deserved. My last one, I feel like that class was pretty easy to get an A. This one, it was pretty brutal.
Yeah. Are you taking one next semester too?
Yeah, I take one class every 8 weeks, but I have off until January 13th.
Oh, that's good. Nice
and then
break.
It'll pick up again every 8 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yep.
Nice job.
nice.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Short and snappy hour and a half.
Not bad. We'll be down after Christmas, I
Short and
think.
snappy hour.
Can't
and a half.
So we'll be
we'll see
seeing
you
the two of you.
Yeah.
And we'll be watching some Christmas movies.
We're gonna get out of
them
here and
for
watch
sure.
a Christmas movie for sure.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have
got
that
the
in us,
spirit,
but
I gotta
certainly
finish my
we're gonna
oppressive
ramp it up.
viewing of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Story. I need to find out about the
Sorry,
forced
Sarah.
prostitution of Tiny Tim's mom. So
Oh my god.
Is that the little English boy that you were talking about?
Oh, I will never watch it. I won't do it.
Tiny
you don't
Tim's
need
dad
that at
asks his
Christmas.
mom,
Come on,
"Where'd you get
you
these
know.
extra shillings?" And she goes, "Honey,
All right.
it's Christmas. Don't ask."
If you're so committed to finishing this, just you gotta cleanse your palates. I know we've harped on it, but Muppets, man, Muppets will make you love A Christmas Carol again. They will.
I think that's what we're gonna do. I think
that's the way to do it. But yeah, no, I think that's it. I think we can wrap this up, right? Anything else for anyone else?
To all the listeners, thank you for listening to us. And happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Saturnalia.
Mm-hmm.
Merry Christmas. Merry Chrysler. Happy Honda Days, if that's what you celebrate.
Honda Days?
Yes.
Or I wish you a joyous Toyota-thon, if that's
Toyota-thon,
your
You guys have those up there?
Yes.
I thought that was a
They're
Florida
everywhere.
thing.
Oh, they're
No.
everywhere. You know who else is up here is John Morgan. Morgan.
For the people.
Well, but don't forget, if we're talking about cars, actually, though, the presence, although he's dead now, but in both where I'm from in upstate New York, this man had 2 places where he had car dealerships: upstate New York near me and Florida near you guys.
No
And
way. You know this guy?
No, I didn't know him, but I'm just saying he's both not. But Billy
He's dead
Fusillo,
now. Yeah, he's dead now.
yeah, huge, yeah. So he had dealerships in Florida and upstate New York.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, that dude was a dick. He fucked up so many people. I think there was a website.
There was definitely
FuchillaFuckMe.com.
There was definitely some money laundering happening there.
Yeah, he
Alleged.
came down here
Don't sue me.
Who knows?
Dude was
Probably.
fucking coked out or something. He was nuts.
Yo, he absolutely, allegedly, absolutely was. Absolutely.
I can't believe he was up there by you. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Definitely maybe was.
Oh yeah.
Billy
Billy Fusillo.
All right.
It's you.
Before we go on,
On that note,
let me say
do
the
your
things that I'm
outro.
supposed to say. Thank you all for listening. I do genuinely mean that, of
Merry
course. Thank you all for listening. If you enjoyed what you heard, please spread the word. We are on Patreon at patreon.com/watch review repeat. You can get early access to all of our regular episodes, like this one. Time exclusive access to future bonus episodes, proper bonus episodes, not like this one. Our
a
website's
bonus.
watchreviewrepeat.com. We are on the socials. Twitter.
Don't stop. Just move on.
All right.
Email.
You can find it if you search for it. But Instagram at Watch Review Repeat, and we're on Facebook as well. Our email is watchreviewrepeat@gmail.com. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, want to tell us about your favorite Christmas movies, or about the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, lest we forget, you can send your thoughts our way to watchreviewrepeat@gmail.com. Our intro and outro track is Mechanolith by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. Before I tee up our next episode, I must say a big thank you to Anna and Sarah for hanging out with us.
It was a pleasure.
It was fun.
Yeah, a nice little fun,
Catch
not
up.
4-hour Christmas episode.
Short and snappy.
That's right.
They
Short and
should all be this
snappy.
way.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I wish they were all like
I think-
this.
Me too. Yeah, I don't want to
I
hear
wouldn't
any
change a
more
thing,
of that.
Colton. We have
I don't want to
fun.
hear any more of that shit of. Oh,
We
there were
have fun.
4 people on it. Went so long. 4 people right here.
Yeah.
Hour and a half. Go ahead.
Yep.
Hour and 40. We're gonna end up at. But go
Our
ahead.
next episode is on a movie that's 3.5 hours long, so we'll probably have an episode to match it. Avatar: The Way of Water.
Will it take that long?
We'll see.
For a
It
story that we've
depends
all
on how
seen
much
before.
depth there is. I haven't seen it yet.
We do have an extended version of this episode coming out on the Patreon, by the way, where we discuss our decorating techniques.
No, absolutely not.
To be recorded separately, we'll splice it back in. We'll make it a nice 3-4 hour deal. No big
That's
deal.
right. Return to normalcy.
All right.
Well, thank you again. I hope our listeners have a Merry Christmas, and I hope that the people in the room with me and the people in the room virtually with me, I hope you all have a lovely Merry Christmas as well. So, I don't know how you guys want to take it out, but I leave it up to everyone else.
You and Andrew do your thing.
Okay, Andrew, do
is
your
it
thing.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night?
That's a new thing, but I like it. Later's on the Menjay. I got nothing new.
Fuck you, Jeff Johns.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Bye.